Well, what's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., natural born thriller. Welcome everyone to WWE TLC 2018 review, the show from December 16th, 2018. This was a WWE promotion featuring the brands of Raw and SmackDown. They're in San Jose, California at the SAP Center with the attendance of 13,000 408 WWE fans in attendance. The official theme song for WWE TLC 2018 was Body Talks by The Struts, and it was sponsored by K Jewelers and WWE Elite Collection. Excuse me. Let me just do something here. No, not that one either. Alright, let's go with this Crush. So yeah, I'm about to go do what happened with the ETLC. Now I didn't get to watch it live at the time. I was actually sleeping during those times. Um, but your commentators from Raw, you got Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young. We have your SmackDown commentators, Tom Phillips, filling in for the role for Byron Saxton, David Otunga, and you also have Corey Graves, who's basically a commentator for both Raw and SmackDown. Your cruiserweight commentators were Nigel McGuinness, Vic Joseph, and Percy Watson. Your mixed match challenge finals commentators, or should I say the mixed trash garbage. You have Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Vic Joseph. Your ring announcer for SmackDown, the cruiserweight match, and for the mixed challenge finals was Greg Hamilton, and you have your Raw ring announcer, JoJo. And what pertains to the WWE TLC 2018 preview show, your pre-show panel host, Jonathan Coachman, and the panels there were Booker T, Sam Roberts, and David Otunga. Your interviewers for this event, Raw Zone, Caleb from Raw, and Caleb Braxton from SmackDown. So let's get to the show. So basically, with 12 matches on the card here for WWE TLC 2018. Obviously we need a match to fill in for the pre-show, which they did. Not just one match, but two matches they did. So sorry, folks. At the camera is right there. Actually, I keep forgetting. I just want to do something different and switch it up. Switch it up a little bit. So if I keep looking at it this way, my apologies. I keep forgetting. The camera is just that way. Usually it be on this side, but it's on this side. So my apologies. But yeah, like I said, they're filming the pre-show. They're filming two matches for the pre-show. One that no one even cares about, and the other one is that people like me do care about is on the pre-show, which I thought was a slap in the face. But let's get to it. So we got Buddy Murphy, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, defends that he 10 minutes and 35 seconds the match lasted. This match should have been on the main show, on the main card of WWE TLC 2018, especially what they presented us on the main show, which is I thought was bullshit. Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander put a good strong in the match. In the end, like I said, from our preview, Buddy Murphy wasn't going to lose the belt. He just won it. He's going to retain it, and sure enough, he did. He retained it by going for the Murphy's Law. I'm assuming that's what he did. He did the Murphy's Law finish move onto Cedric Alexander to retain his WWE Cruiserweight Championship title. So yeah, Buddy Murphy's still the Cruiserweight Champion. Should have been on the main show because that was a damn good match. The only thing I did pay attention to on the pre-show was this match. The rest of it I didn't care. I didn't watch the rest of it. I didn't care for the rest of it. I didn't even know also at the time that they added a second match on the pre-show during that time because I didn't watch it live. And as I was watching the pay-per-view too, I didn't realize this match was also added to the pre-show, which it was a ladder match where you had to get the guitar that was suspended above the ring to use as a weapon in the match. It lasted 6 minutes and 20 seconds with Elias versus Bobby Lashley being accompanied by Leo Rush. And Elias wins. I didn't see the match, didn't care for the match, so who cares? Let's get to the main card now, the main show of this pay-per-view. The opening match was, first of all, they did a video package opening up the show. Basically the introduction of the video monologue for WWE TLC. It was put together, well done. But the story behind it too, thanks to the booking of it, was garbage. And Becky Lynch was basically in the video talking about WWE TLC and all that, so which I thought was a nice touch there. So we get the mixed trash garbage finals on the main card of this show, where the winner of this match, each of a member of the team will be having the number 30 spot of their respective Royal Rumble matches at Royal Rumble, which is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. It lasted 5 minutes and 50 seconds with the Fabulous Truth, Carmella and R-Truth, defeating Alicia, which is Alicia Fox, and Jinder Mahal, where he's been accompanied by the Sin Brothers. Didn't watch the match. As soon as I saw this match was on, was the opening match of the show, I skipped it. Thank God I didn't watch it live. And if I would have watched it live, I would have not watched it because I don't give a fuck about the mixed match challenge. To me, it's a mixed trash garbage in my opinion. So I didn't care about this match at all. And we'll wait the surprise element of the number 30 spot for the Royal Rumble, where you're supposed to keep it a secret. And you're supposed to give us some our respective opinions of who could be the one getting the number 30 spot. Cause you never know who's going to get the number 30 spot. Give us that let us get a surprise element of who could it be. And they, every year when WWE does this, pertains to the number 30 spot, sometimes it becomes very disappointing, and it always has been disappointing, and then once again another disappointment, especially when it pertains to the women's Royal Rumble too. So, but not only R-Truth and Carmella won, but they also got a trip, also a vacation trip to Stamford, Connecticut, at the WWE headquarters. So this whole thing was a complete waste of time. Why was this on the main show? It should be on the on the pre-show, and you could have had the match open up with the Cruiserweight Championship match instead. But no, instead you decided to waste this match on the card here, and you wasted a Cruiserweight Championship title match on the pre-show. Triple threat tag team match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championship. 12 minutes and 15 seconds the match lasted. You had the Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus, the tag team champions, defending against the New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier was were in the match. Big E was at ringside, and the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, in the match. Match itself, I thought it was alright. And in the match, you have 2 wrestlers in the match instead of having 3 wrestlers in the match. And I say myself, so what's the point of a triple tag team match if only 2 wrestlers are allowed in the match, and you can't have 3 wrestlers allowed in the match? And sure enough, it became a factor and a problem in this one, because in the match you have Kofi Kingston getting attacked by one of the Usos. So Kofi Kingston was out of the match basically. But what does the referee do? Mike Chioda? He decided that because Kofi Kingston was in the ring, and either Cesaro or Sheamus, I don't remember which of the two that were legal in the match, but I think it was Cesaro. He was out of the ring, and Kofi Kingston was ended up getting pinned in the match. And I said to myself, wait, what's going on here? Like, Kofi Kingston was tagged out. He should not be in the match. It made no sense. And I say to myself, well, okay, so what if New Day wins? But sure enough, that's not what happened. Which thank God I didn't. Excuse me, folks. One moment. All right, I'm back, folks. My apologies for that. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, but in the end, the bar, which is Sheamus, he bro kicks Xavier Woods and gets the 3 count in the win. And I say to myself, you know what? I'll take it, whatever. Because it made no sense anyways. Because Xavier Woods was not the legal guy, you know. But I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. I guess they were doing lucha rules at this point, maybe. But hey, the bar won. I'm good. And that means the New Day didn't win, which is a positive. I don't think I mentioned it, but it lasted 12 minutes and 15 seconds. Then we get to a TLC match where it involves pinfall and submission. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. And you will not believe how long this match lasted too. But Baron Corbin comes out. He has his referee involved. He's Slater, and Baron Corbin corner promo, and told Heath Slater start counting. He sort of starts counting. And I say to myself, wait a minute, why is he counting when this is a TLC match? There's supposed to be no rules. There's supposed to be no countouts. There's supposed to be no disqualifications. So why is there, why is he sort of counting out, Braun Strowman out if this match is had no rules? So it made no sense there. Uh, PlayStation Guy 85. What's going on? It was boring. I'll get to what was boring. But yeah, we'll get to that later. You said something else here. Right now, I'm playing 2K. I brought back Halloween Havoc. I brought back. Okay, you brought back Halloween Havoc. Okay, now that's a damn. Now that was a pay per view. That was a damn pay per view. Yes, it was. RD Central, what's up? Thank you for watching. So as it's all going on, he starts counting. Braun Strowman comes out. He's wearing a white cast and a white cast with a slang on. Clearly, he's not medically cleared to compete. So he's out there. He comes out and basically grabs the microphone, cuts a promo, and tells Braun Strowman, Braun Strowman tells Baron Corbin, excuse me, that reminder, this is a TLC match, which is no disqualifications. Yeah, Braun Strowman, thanks for pointing that out, because we all know that TLC matches means no disqualifications. We know that. But I was like, what's the point? Where you going? I'm saying myself, where you going with this? So basically, Braun Strowman cuts a promo saying that he's got he allowed to have friends, right? And, to interfere, whatever. Sure enough, you get Apollo Crews coming out of nowhere with a steel chair. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, the Raw Tag Team Champions, with a steel chair out of nowhere as well. Finn Balor comes out of nowhere with a steel chair. And they end up wailing. Well, first, he started also gets involved. And he takes off the referee's shirt. And he attacks Baron Corbin. And then, the wrestlers, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Finn Balor, and Apollo Crews are wailing, Corbin with a steel chair. So Corbin ends up out of the ring. He ends up going on the stage, and he gets stopped by Kurt Angle. And then all of a sudden, Kurt Angle starts attacking Baron Corbin. and they all beat him down again. They all did their respective finishing moves onto Baron Corbin. Braun Strowman gets in the ring, pins Baron Corbin, 1, 2, 3. And guess how long? Guess and by the way, basically, the stipulation there is that if Braun Strowman wins, he gets a shot at the Universal Championship against Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble, which he's gained the opportunity. And Baron Corbin has been stripped of all of his authority power from Monday Night Raw, which means he's fired of his position of being Raw General Manager, being fired of being a position of Constable Corbin, whatever. Either way, he's fired from that position. But if Baron Corbin would have won, he would have been a full time Raw General Manager, you know. And lucky that didn't happen. But whatever. I don't watch the show anymore anyway. So, basically a 3 hour show. I just watch highlights. But a lot of time they put in this build up for this Strowman and Corbin match for TLC, which I thought was a waste of time in the first place. Shouldn't it had no place on the card here. And sure enough, we get to the point of this show. It was not a match. It was a segment. But how long this lasted? 16 minutes. 16 minutes of my life I can't take back. RD Central. This match is nothing. What's the point of do this match between Corbin and Strowman if Strowman not make it clear to compete, to wrestle basically. Exactly. My point exactly. What they should have done here, they could have Baron Corbin won by forfeit, and then have him show up the next night on Raw. Saying that he's in charge of Monday Night Raw now full time, and then the whole thing with Vince McMahon is going to appear on Raw to make an announcement about something. It's going to we're going to shake things up again. Yeah, And he confronts Baron Corbin saying that you've been doing a terrible job of Monday Night Raw as taking authority power of it, and you're fired and everything. And now we're going to basically the whole thing. Well, I'll get to more about that whole thing with this man later. What pertains to, we'll have it on Raw. When I do my SmackDown review later on. Hopefully I'll do it later on, but we'll see. But yeah, this was a waste of time. This was a waste of a time filler between Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman, and then you got Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Bobby Roode, and Finn Balor, Kurt Angle, Heath Slater all involved. What was the point of this? Woo! Okay. That's patient guy, 85 saying woo. I'm assuming he's having fun playing Halloween Havoc, for 2K. WWE 2K, that garbage game, But if people enjoy that, that's cool. To me, I don't care anymore about WWE games. Natalya versus Ruby Riott. She's being accompanied by Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan of the Riott Squad. A tables match, 12 minutes and 40 seconds. It lasted. I thought it was decent. Sarah Logan Liv Morgan, first of all, took a table bump, taking a bullet for Ruby Riott onto the floor, and I was like, holy shit, that was a cool spot there. Sarah Logan gets put to a table by Natalya later on. I don't remember how she did. I think let me see. Oh yeah, a power slam on to a table. So basically, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan were out of the picture, and it was just between Ruby Riott and Natalya, and I thought they did a good match. After Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan was finally out of the way, and then the table of Jim Nev, I heard was coming to play. Unfortunately, thank God, by the way, they didn't have Ruby Riott put Natalya to the table of Natalya. Natalya being put to the table of Jim Nev and Neidhart. And then Natalya puts out a table under the ring. It has a picture of Ruby Riott for Ruby Riott, for Ruby Riott to go to the table. And Natalya's wearing the jacket of Jim Nev and Neidhart. And then sure enough, in the end, Ruby Riott goes to the table by Natalya with a power bomb, to the table that has a picture of Ruby Riott, and yeah, so Natalya wins, which rightfully so. She was getting her win, her match for her dad, and good thing WWE did that, but at the same time, WWE the way they booked this whole thing with Natalya and Ruby Riott with the whole sunglasses of Jim Nev and Neidhart, and then the whole thing bring up of Jim Dev in a hurt situation. It was stupid in the first place. Didn't like it when they did it, and I still didn't like it. After this all over. So yeah, the Riot Squad they've been buried again. You know, with a shitty booking by WWE. RD Central, rest in peace, Jim Neidhart. Yes, indeed. Um, we get a match between Finn Balor versus Drew McIntyre. 12 minutes and 12 seconds to match lasted. 12 minutes and 20 seconds. Excuse me. This match, I hate to say this. No offense to Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre. I didn't care about this match. I didn't care about the match at all. I thought this match sucked. I thought it was boring. I thought it was lame. I mean, they were doing some good wrestling in the match, but I didn't care about this match at all. And on top of that, you had Finn Balor earlier on the night on the show, showing up, or he's supposed to be getting ready for his match against Drew McIntyre, and yet he's helping, Strowman. Should have had Elias out there instead, but whatever. So the match happens, and then Dolph Ziggler comes out. He causes a distraction for Drew McIntyre, which allowed Finn Balor to go over Drew McIntyre. So yeah, this whole thing you're doing with Drew McIntyre, you're having him being built as a singles wrestler right now after being away from Dolph Ziggler. Now he loses Dolph Ziggler, weeks ago, but then weeks later he goes up against Finn Balor and he loses, making stars in WWE in 2018, coming to 2019. Let me bring this up right now. Earlier in the night, Finn Balor was being interviewed by Dumbass Joy Caruso. Finn Balor was basically like, he don't know why Dolph Ziggler was out there, and Dolph Ziggler was like, Baba, you're welcome. He shows up, and then they bitter back and forth. Ziggler as winning the fight backstage, and that was it. And then it was announced that they're gonna have a match on Raw, Finn Balor versus Dolph Ziggler. So that was the payoff of watching Finn Balor beating Drew McIntyre for that match. And on top of that, Dolph Ziggler's I thought he's supposed to be a babyface, and now he's a heel. Like what? It's like they don't know what to do with Dolph Ziggler at this point. And RG Central, you're right. This feud was a total was totally pointless. It was. No one got over in this feud, in this storyline either. Dolph Ziggler didn't get over. Finn Balor didn't get over. Drew McIntyre didn't get over. It was a complete waste of time. Speaking of waste of time, we get Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Randy Orton in a chairs match. And that's it. 11 minutes and 30 seconds. The only thing I could say about the cool thing about the cool spot I thought I saw in this chairs match was Rey Mysterio Jr. using the chair, using a sliding sled onto Randy Orton on the outside. I thought that was cool. Other than that, I didn't care about the match at all. I thought this match was boring and lame too. And then nothing against Rey Mysterio Jr., nothing against Randy Orton. I just didn't care about this match at all either. Hold on a second, folks. And excuse me. Let me just do something here. I'm back. Okay, my apologies, folks. So, anyways, in the end, and Randy Orton was acting a little weird in this match too. He at one point, he was bringing some chairs in the ring, and then he had the one chair, and he threw it away, and he got the other chair that was next to it, and then threw it in there. And like, Sam, so what are you doing, Randy? Like, they're all the same. Like, what's the difference? And then Randy Orton was setting up a chair, like they're about to play musical chairs. So it was weird. So you got the third chair. And like, you know what? Let me put it this way, and then get the other chair that was on the ground and set it up and put it right there, and then they put the other chair right there. And like what's Randy Orton doing? And like I'm saying to myself, doesn't even know what he's doing it right now. So all of a sudden, Rey Mysterio Jr. ends up getting the better of Randy Orton. He rolls him up for a win. Yeah, so Rey Mysterio Jr. wins the match. I thought it was gonna be Randy Orton getting the win here, but hey, Rey Mysterio Jr. won. I was like, whatever. I didn't care about this match anyways either. Speaking of another match I didn't care about either, we get WWE Raw Women's Championship. That's at 10 minutes and 50 seconds. The Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax being accompanied by Tamina Snuka. Match itself, Nia Jax was trash. Ronda Rousey, on the other hand, she was good in the match. She doesn't go. She does some very good matches on. She does some very good moves in the match. I hate her punches, by the way. It just looks fake. And her armbar in the end of the match too looks fake too. Yeah, the armbar that she's doing every time now. It doesn't look like it doesn't hurt you. It looks garbage. It doesn't look right. But Nia Jax, like I said, she bored me in this match. I was actually more into Tamina's jacket than I was to this match. And sure enough, Nia Jax took the ring post spot because you got to protect Nia Jax because she's a big woman, RC Central. The good thing about her, is, the good thing about her this match is Ronda retaining her championship. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't care anyway. So, but because I don't watch Raw fully anyways. I only watch the highlights. But yeah, I was more into Tamina Snuka's jacket than I was to this match. I was saying to myself, that's a nice jacket there. That Tamina got. And I was saying to myself too, do they have one in men's clothing? And do they have do they have a different type of color of it? I was so into Tamina Snuka's jacket that I was to this match. But Tamina did get involved in the match for a distraction because you got to protect Nia Jax in a way to for the lose to Ronda Rousey, and sure enough, that's what happened. Ronda Rousey ends up winning. Do anyone care? No. Do I care? No. Do anyone should anyone even care at this point? No. These no chemistry. Yeah, there was no chemistry. So whatever. I should also point out too. Nia Jax was backstage walking. She's looking defeated. Becky Lynch shows up and basically goes attacking Nia Jax, kisses her, and then punches her in the face and tells her to keep your name out of my mouth, whatever. I thought that was cool. So shout out to Becky Lynch for that. And it looked like it was a stiff punch too on the face of Nia Jax. So yeah, so whatever. WWE Championship from SmackDown. 23 minutes and 55 seconds match lasted. WWE Champion Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. This match itself, it started off a little rough at first, but as the match went by, as it was going by, I enjoyed it. I thought this match was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't a great match. I thought it was good for what it was. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. And coming to the match too, I expected Daniel Bryan to retain, and sure enough, he did. Daniel Bryan retained his WWE Championship, so that means AJ Styles should move on from Daniel Bryan and move on to something bigger. For example, going into the Royal Rumble 2019, and if he and when he enters that Royal Rumble match, he's my pick to win. And then AJ Styles could go WrestleMania to get a title shot for the Universal Championship. So there you go. And there was a storytelling in the match too, by the way, folks. What pertains to Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. But other than that, let's just say about it. Other than I enjoyed this match. I thought this match was good. Now, what was not a good match on this show was the WWE Intercontinental Championship. 23 minutes last. Yeah, 23 minutes the match lasted. You have Dean Ambrose versus the WWE Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins. This match was boring. I tried to get into the match. I just didn't care about this match at all. Not just because of the bad booking, but for some reason these two guys, who had great matches before, they couldn't make me care about this match at all, despite the bad booking that they be giving. Especially despite the bad booking of the Ambrose being the heel, I thought this match was boring. And I was saying to myself too, is it just me, or do I think this, or do I find this match to be pretty boring? And sure enough, as I'm going to as I'm watching this, excuse me, as I'm watching this, I wasn't the only one. The crowds in attendance for this show, they thought it was boring too. They was chanting, "This is boring." I see myself. Oh, okay, so I'm not the only one. It's not just me. This match was boring. This match sucked. And I can't believe I'm saying this. What pertains to Seth Rollins too. Seth Rollins always put out some great entertaining matches because he's very talented to do that. But for some reason, this wasn't working at all. But in the end, RT Central, Seth versus Ambrose match at this point at this show was a poor, boring, and slow paced. It was. It really was. I don't understand. Did the booking of this match got in the way too so badly that they decided to just pack it in and just don't care about even trying? Because God knows the Ambrose wasn't trying either in this match. You know, especially how he wrestles now. But in the end, so Dean Ambrose, he I don't remember how. Oh yeah, so Seth Rollins went for the curse stomp, and Dean Ambrose countered it, I believe. He went for a roll up, but Rollins he got out of it, and then Ambrose comes out of nowhere with the Dirty D's DDT, and gets the pin on Seth Rollins, and shockingly, he beats Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship, and I say to myself, oh, okay. That took me off. That caught me off guard a little bit. I didn't think that Dean Ambrose was gonna win, but sure enough, Dean Ambrose won, and Dean Ambrose is your new WWE Intercontinental Champion. Now, what's this mean? Doesn't mean shit, anyways. It don't mean anything, because belts don't mean anything according to WWE, and this ain't gonna help Dean Ambrose at all. But yeah, but the feud is going to continue on, folks. Since Seth Rollins, he's got an invoke his rematch clause down the line. But yeah, I didn't care about this match anyways, folks. So I thought this match itself was poor. And finally, the main event that we've all been looking forward to see what WWE is going to do with this: the Triple Threat Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. It lasted 21 minutes and 45 seconds with Asuka versus the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. This match was the main event, and this match I thought was pretty good. So basically, they went for some. First of all, Asuka going for a powerbomb to Charlotte Flair through a table. And then on the outside, Becky Lynch goes for Asuka and Charlotte Flair on the outside for granted them on the broadcast to put them on the broadcast table, and then she missed a ladder to go for a double leg drop. I mean on the leg drop, excuse me. But Asuka moved out of the way, and Charlotte Flair ends up getting the receiving end of that. Same thing happened from Evolution. Asuka basically, like I said, she barely escaped from it. And by the way, when that happened, also the broadcast table had a delay of collapsing for 1 second delay, and then it collapsed. I'm like, wow, that was weird. Asuka, I mean, those were cool spots in the match though, where it pertains to using ladders, chairs, tables. Charlotte at one point brought a candlestick, and we'll start wailing on Becky Lynch and Asuka. Becky Lynch did the same thing. Asuka did the same thing, and then this led to Charlotte Flair spearing Asuka to the barricade near the timekeeper's area, but it barely collapsed, but it did made a dent of it, in a way, it was still a little messy though, but still. And look, notice how the WWE always does that with Charlotte Flair, because she's a bigger star and all that, whatever. Pertains to women's wrestling, Vince McMahon thinks that. whatever. Then Charlotte Flair went to Becky Lynch, put her on the table, did her senton bomb onto Becky Lynch door table on the outside, which was a cool spot. Charlotte Flair climbs the ladder, grabs the belt, but Asuka stops her. Goes they trade blows to each other on the ladder. Becky Lynch does the ladder next to them. Asuka falls down. Charlotte Flair is on top. Becky Lynch climbs up, and they start playing train blows. Hold on, before I move on. Match of the night are the central. I agree. This was match of the night. I enjoyed this match for what it was. This was a damn good match. And all of a sudden we get to the finish. So Ronda Rousey comes out of nowhere. Because this is all about Ronda Rousey to get revenge over Charlotte Flair of what she did to her at Survivor Series. Which, by the way, I don't know why, because she came back on the next night on Raw anyways, no selling everything anyway, so, but whatever. And I also want to get back on at Becky Lynch too. Not real, we're potential there on the Twitter beef, whatever. And then on top of that, with Becky Lynch getting the better of Ronda Rousey on that Raw Go Home show for Survivor Series. So Ronda Rousey comes out. She knocks on down the ladder that Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair was on top. To prevent it to go to the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then she leaves. Basically, she got her revenge. She got her payback. Because she said, I forgot to mention too earlier on the night. She says something about payback's going to be a bitch, something like that. Either way, from the baddest woman on the planet, whatever. So yeah. So then Asuka, she climbs the ladder, and she grabs the belt, and now she is the winner. And new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. And all I gotta say is for that one is 8 months too fucking late, WWE. She should have won that belt back at WrestleMania. Why you waited 8 months later to the end of the year of 2018 to finally put the belt on her? And on top of that, the way you have her won the belt too. Because Ronda Rousey came out there. So because Ronda Rousey came out there, now we could put the belt on Asuka because Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair was taken out by Ronda Rousey. So you tell me that Asuka couldn't win on her own. She needed Ronda Rousey to come out there to take out Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, just for and then you could have her give her the belt. Now I'm happy for Asuka after all the bullshit that she's been through, after losing her streak, after tapping out to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, after taking all the mystique was taken away from her. Just for Carmella to cash in on Charlotte Flair to become SmackDown Women's Champion, and this whole thing with Mella is money bullshit going on, and then the whole thing with Asuka, losing to Carmella twice because of James Ellsworth's involvement, not to be part of SummerSlam, not to be featured because she can't speak good English. She does not speak perfect English. Which is the reason why that this man didn't put the belt on her in the first place. But because she got that reaction on the SmackDown show, the Go Home show edition of Survivor Series, this man noticed that at one point, and he's like, okay, well we'll give her this push, and blah blah blah. But like, wait a minute, I thought you wasn't gonna give her this push because she doesn't speak proper English. Wasn't that your argument? And RD Central, you said something about they are dropping the ball with Asuka. Yes, they are, and this didn't help at all. Ronda Rousey, made Asuka win in a fluke way to take out Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. What a poor decision to do there, for Asuka to win the belt. If you want Asuka to win the belt, fine, have her win the belt, by having her win on her own. Why does she need Ronda Rousey to have her win the match? Made no fucking sense, and it just devalues Asuka of winning the match, of becoming SmackDown Women's Champion. And again, I'm gonna say this again, Asuka deserves this belt. She finally got it, and congratulations to her. But she went through every type of bullshit booking to finally get that opportunity. And obviously the fans are the reason why that she got this match in the first place, because the reaction that she got from the fans, because they never give up on her. I never give up on her, but same thing with the pertains to Becky Lynch too. But so RD Central. Give Japanese wrestlers a chance, Vince. Exactly. And then I heard some reports that of WWE fans that were hating on that Asuka one because she doesn't speak English. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura. He's the WWE United States champion. He doesn't speak perfect English. They give him the belt, and what they're doing for him? Nothing. So what's wrong with Asuka being women's champion on SmackDown? Oh, because she doesn't speak perfect English. Well, get mad at Vince McMahon for that. Vince McMahon made the decision to put the belt on Asuka for this event. Why y'all taking Asuka for this whole situation? Yet you're not blaming the guy who did this to her in the first place, who put the belt on her to make that final decision, and Vince McMahon. If you're really angry about this, get mad at Vince for that. But there's more things to get mad at Vince McMahon to put the belt on Asuka than there is to get mad about the shitty booking that's been going on for WWE, what pertains to the shows and the not using the talents into the full potential. There's other things to get mad about than Asuka being SmackDown Women's Champion. Nakamura got buried. Asuka's going to be buried. Hideo Itami, no hope. Kairi Sane is next. Exactly. So I'm happy Asuka won. I'm happy that Asuka did win the belt. I mean, again, 8 months too late. And you wait to the end of the year to find give that belt to Asuka. You know, it's ridiculous. Now, that being said, what's next for Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair? Well, Becky Lynch, she's gonna invoke a rematch clause pretty soon. I don't know when, but we'll see. Charlotte Flair, on the other hand, back in the line. Stop giving her these opportunities by cutting the line and send her to the way. You need to send her way back in the line. Enough is enough with Charlotte Flair. Stop shoving her down her throats. Stop overrating her. Put her back at the line because she didn't get the job done. She lost. She lost the opportunity to become women's champion. But no, WWE's going to do what they're going to do. They're going to have her get an opportunity, a woman to get a title shot because she didn't get pinned, she didn't get submitted, whatever, that bullshit. She's going to have a pleasing argument for that, and it's going to be a horrible promo when she cuts that promo too. So yeah, that was my WETL. And by the way, that was my WETLC results for these highlights and all that. So let's get back to the matches again. Blake Murphy defeats Cedric Alexander in 10 minutes and 35 seconds to retain his WWE Cruiserweight Championship. I'm gonna give this match a 3.5 stars. I didn't watch Elias versus Bobby Lashley for the ladder match. That had a guitar suspended up the ring. It lasted 6 minutes and 20 seconds. I don't care about this match anyways. And it was on the pre-show, so I'm not gonna watch it anyway. So the mixed trash garbage match finals, 5 minutes and 5 seconds with the Fabulous Truth defeating Molalisha. I didn't watch the match either. Didn't care about the match either. But whatever. But at least the winners of that gets the number 30 spot of their respective Royal Rumble matches at the Royal Rumble, and they get a vacation to Stamford, Connecticut at WWE headquarters. Wow, what a great vacation to have it at whatever. The Bar defeats the New Day and the Usos to retain, basically with the Bar pinning the New Day, to retain the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships in the Triple Threat Tag Team match in 12 minutes and 15 seconds. 3 stars. Braun Strowman defeats Baron Corbin in a TLC match in 16 minutes. 0. I hate this. I hated this match, and it went way too fucking long. Natalia defeats Ruby Riott in a tables match in 12 minutes and 40 seconds. 3.5 stars. In fact, no, I'll give it 2.5 stars actually. I didn't enjoy this match that much, but half of it I did, but 2.5 stars. Finn Balor defeats Drew McIntyre because of the assist, with Dolph Ziggler being a distraction and all that. I'm good 1.5. Rey Mysterio Jr. defeats Randy Orton in a chairs match in 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll give it a 2. Ronda Rousey defeats Nia Jax to retain her Roman Championship in 10 minutes and 50 seconds. I'll give it a 2. Daniel Bryan defeats AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship in 23 minutes and 55 seconds. I'll give this match a 3.5 stars. Dean Ambrose defeats Seth Rollins in the WWE for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship title in 23 minutes. So Dean Ambrose, new Intercontinental Champion. I'm gonna give this match a 1 star. Asuka defeats Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair in the Triple Threat TLC match for the SmackDown Women's Championship title to become the new champion in 21 minutes and 45 seconds. And because Ronda Rousey helped the whole thing with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch being knocked off the ladder. This match I'll give it a 4 stars. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 3 out of 10. Namely because of the Triple Threat TLC match for the Women's Championship, because of Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles, because I guess because of the fact, no, I can't put that over. I'll put it over on the women's table match, not Natalia and Ruby Riott. I thought that match was good. Well, half good because the Riot Squad's involvement. I'm not saying that was a letdown. I'm just saying it could have been better without them being out there. But anyways, I'm gonna go 3 out of 10. And as far as the show was to me overall, I thought the show was boring. This WWE TLC show was boring. Especially that match with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm surprised I didn't fall asleep during that time. It'd be way worse than me falling asleep listening to JD from New York. But yeah, there you go. 3 out of 10. This show was a complete waste of time. It was boring. It was lame. And hopefully I'll never watch this ever. I will never watch another WWE pay-per-view ever again of what pertains to stipulations type of deal. Because I'm hoping that Shinsuke Nakamura leaves WWE in 2019. And there you go. That's my review for WWE TLC 2018. The show was garbage. Again, other than a few matches I enjoyed watching, the show was garbage. It was trash. And all I can say, usually I'll get upset when Shinsuke Nakamura not be on the show because he's the United States champion. But at the same time, hey, good, he was on the show. I think he wasn't because this was a boring ass show. And I want Shinsuke Nakamura to be part of a show that I thought was fucking boring. Yeah, so that being said, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Robert Serrano Jr., Natural Born Driller. Please subscribe to me if you're on those soon right now. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down, whichever you prefer. And that's it. Thank you, PlayStation Guy 85 for joining on the live chat, and thank you, RD Central, for also joining on the live chat as well. And thank you for all who is watching. And there you go. With that being said, you all take care. I'll see you all next time. But for now, peace on the streets.